everybody's hands down. And let's see here. Hey, Sarah from the UK, Sarah Williams. Boy, it's going to be late for you in the UK, so definitely ask for the recording, Sarah. Um, and hopefully you won't fall asleep halfway through the webinar here. Yeah, 2 a.m., that's what I thought. Okay. Sarah, we also do Wednesday webinars as well. I missed this last Wednesday, or yesterday, I should say. I had a family emergency, so I was not. And right at the moment, I'm the only guy doing the webinar. So I did hand out a recording because all the Wednesday webinars are a repeat of the current webinars here. And I don't know why we just expand it out here, but all of the Wednesday webinars are a repeat of the Thursday night webinar. So it's the same topic. They're still live webinars, but it is the same topic. So for you, Sarah, you can, if you go where you signed up for this webinar, if you guys go into the Digital Altitude back office, let's see right here, and if you go to training, if you go from training over to where it says live coaching, the Wednesday 1 p.m. Eastern time, that should put it at a decent hour for you, Sarah, in the UK. I think that puts it like about 6 or 7 o'clock at night for you in the UK. So this is probably the webinar that you want to go to, so you're not up at 2 a.m. having to listen to me. So you can either do either one of the webinars, 9 p.m. or on Thursdays, or 1 p.m. on Wednesdays. And Wednesday is a repeat of Thursday's webinar. Not a recording, but a repeat of the same topic. So some of the information may be a little different depending on questions people ask, but it is on the same topic. So, all right, so we are going to get started here. Again, welcome to the Digital Altitude Traffic Training webinar. Please copy down for the 73 people now that are on here. If you want a recording of tonight's webinar, please make sure you copy down my email address. And from my email address, it is rarmstrong@digitalaltitude.co. You're going to put in the subject line, Thursday, September 8th webinar recording. If I always send all the past webinar recordings as well. In case this maybe is your first webinar or whatever, you can get all the past webinar recordings that we have. But if you only want, if you're one of the people that have been to multiple or many of these webinars, please just specifically say, hey, I just want tonight's, I've got all the other recordings, and then I won't, overload your email with all the different links on there, although you can just delete it if you want. So please, again, do not send an email to support asking for the recordings, because then it gets bumped up to a supervisor. The supervisor has to forward it on to me, because most of the people in support are going, what recordings? We don't understand what you're even talking about. So please copy down this email address, rarmstrong@digitalaltitude.co. That's rarmstrong@digitalaltitude.co. Request the recording and I will get it out to you. Usually it's by the next morning I'll have that recording to you. So, all right. Let's see here. Yes, it's a new webinar. Abby, it's a new webinar every week. Well, besides Wednesday. Again, every Thursday is a new webinar. Then Wednesday is a repeat of the same topic. So it's a live webinar, but it's just done at 1 p.m. in the afternoon Eastern time. But every week we have a new topic. Now, there may be, like I did a Facebook marketing webinar series, because it was so much content, it took me 3 webinars to go through it. So there are some topics we may cover that will take more than one night of webinars, and those webinars were almost 2 hours long each. So it's a lot of content, and I could probably even go further in depth in Facebook, which I may do. I may do like an advanced webinar and so on. We're working still on trying to get a spot that we can put these recordings on for people to be able to access them as past webinars. And sometimes we may do a repeat of a webinar, but by a different presenter through one of my other traffic coaches. So they may be able to put a different light on the same topic, but they may do something a little bit differently than I teach. You don't want to be learning from me only. So I'll bring in one of my other traffic coaches and do some webinars as well. We have some coming up with like Bing advertising and so on. So just keep in touch. Just sign up for the webinar. And the whole thing about it is that you don't have to stick around. If you show up and within the first 5 minutes you find out the topic and you're not interested, or you've already maybe know about that topic or whatever, feel free to log off and go and enjoy your evening or go and enjoy your morning. You're not going to hurt my feelings, at all. And you can always ask for the recordings as well. So they're here for you and for your education. So, all right, so a little bit about myself. My name is Russell Armstrong, for those of you who don't know. For those of you who have been on multiple webinars, you're probably tired of seeing this slide. But my name is Russell Armstrong. I'm a retired fire officer from 31 years. I have owned 11 successful businesses from the age of 18. Currently, I own 4 online businesses, 5 if you include Digital Altitude. I have taught students for over I'm approaching 34 years now, and I've currently taught well over 1,000 students now in the internet marketing industry. So I got a little bit of experience here to share with you guys, and not only business-wise but marketing-wise. So hopefully, I'll be able to get you something that you can start working with. So okay, so let's see here. All right, good. We got, all right, so I'm going to clear these questions out here. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Dan is one of my regulars, Dan LeClaire. So hopefully, Dan, you'll get something out of this webinar. Hope everything's going well for you. All right, so let's see. I guess I don't need that slide here. Let me bring up, I work with multiple screens here, so give me a second. I got to bring up my right screen here. Okay, let me zoom this in. See, this is what I get for putting a presentation on PowerPoint versus view. Let's see here. Zoom in. Let's go 100%. No, okay, let's see. Oh, duh. All right. See, that's what I get for not working with PowerPoint much. I work with, oops, that's not what I want. Just want you guys to be able to see those slides. So banner ad marketing is our topic today. And as you can tell, these webinars are live. So, things sometimes go really well and sometimes things don't go so well. So just, bear with us and we get through this. So banner ad marketing. First of all, I need to ask you guys a couple questions. How many people here on this webinar I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you're going to raise your hand, and then I'm going to clear the hands and then ask you another question. So how many people here are Rise members, Rise member only, not above Rise, but just Rise member only? Okay, looks like probably, I would say a good, almost, well, 59% of you are Rise members. Okay, very good. Very good. And I assume you're hearing about the webinars from your business coaches, correct? So, all right, so very good. All right. So now the question I have for you is how many of you are above Rise? So raise your hand if you are a member that's an Ascend, Peak, or Apex member. All right. Well, okay, so that's interesting. That's only about 16% according to what I'm reading here. So, hey Walter, how you doing? Let's see. I don't see other people's questions. Yeah, all the questions come to me. So what was last week's topic? Last week's topic was how to do webinars on a budget. So, all right, so good. Okay, good. All right. Is Aspire the same as Rise? No, Aspire is the walker, hiker, climber, and the core products in Digital Altitude are Rise, or Base, Rise, Ascend, Peak, and Apex. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started here because I don't want to keep you guys really long, especially Sarah. It's 2 a.m. for her, and I know she's probably tired. So, and it's a work day tomorrow, I think. So, or I guess for her today, which would be later today. So, introduction to banner ads. How many people have thought about using banner ads as a form of advertising? Raise your hand if you've thought about using banner ads. Okay, so about 30, almost 40. All right, about 42% of you. I see. I can see the hands raised, and then it calculates out for me what the percentage is. So, all right. So very good. So hopefully this webinar will help you a little bit. This is again, it's an introduction to banner ads. You can get a lot more detailed with it. This is just kind of an overall overview of banner ads, what you do, how you do it, etc. One of the things I will tell you about banner ads are a little bit slower form of traffic generation. They're more steady because most banner ads you purchase are for the entire month. So you buy one, you get it placed, or you buy multiple and you get them placed, and then you go off and do other things while these things are working for you, while the banners are working for you. But there's some things you have to do before you even start considering placing a banner ad. So first thing to know is about banner ads themselves. You know, what makes a good banner ad? Where do you get banner ads to use? Finding sites to advertise on, and some advanced concepts. So what are banner ads? Banner ads are an image-based or rather than text-based ad. You've seen them on websites. Let's see here. Show you an example here. Let me shrink this one down. Okay, so a banner ad. Give you an example here. They're all image-based. Okay, so let me go to. Nope, I'll get out of there, and let's just go to. Let's see if they would be in the blog area. Yeah, okay, so if you look here, let me see if I can expand that out. See, they're image-based ads, okay? So these ads are usually on a website. They're either in a header, or they're in a footer, or they're over here on the side area, and you can see that they, you can have all sorts of different ads here, okay? And these are placed so that what they're designed to do is catch the eye of the person, so that if they decide, gee, I want to look further, they click on the ad, and that ad will then take them to a capture page or to another website, etc., wherever you're wanting those people to go to. So that is really what a banner ad is. It's an image-based ad versus just text, because text can get pretty boring. All right. What you're doing, though, is you're renting screen real estate on a website or a blog site. So someone else's site, you are actually paying them to place your ad on their site. And there are a lot of sites that deal with banner ads on a regular basis. And what they do is they are, they do this for a living. That's how, their site is maybe a very, very popular blog site, but they get a lot of views on that blog site. They get a lot of people that come and visit their blog site, and so people pay top dollar to have their banner to hopefully be seen by these people, to then click on, etc. So again, it's not an ad that you're physically going after a specific person. It's an ad that's placed on a site, and you're hoping to catch the attention of the people visiting the site, that they're going to click on it. All right. So payment methods. The types of banner ads that you can run or payment methods are a CPC, or a pay per every click, CP, or a pay per action, such as entering an email. So in other words, you're going to pay a little bit more for CPA, which means that people can click on the ad and go to your capture page, but what you're going to pay for, or what you're going to pay them for, is someone actually giving their email address. So it's an action. They're taking action, and you're paying for it. A click is not an action per se. What you're wanting is, as some people call it, a pay per acquisition as well. And so it just means someone's taking a next step. They're putting in their email address and going further. So you're going to pay for those, but they are much more expensive than just a cost per click where people are just clicking on it. You're paying for every time they click on it. You can also do cost per impression. That means cost, a CPM is per 1,000 impressions. So if they can monitor, and they'll show you in their tracking that they've had, 1 million people visit their sites, you're going to pay for those impressions per 1,000. Okay, so if 10,000 people visited their site today, you're paying for 10,000 impressions. Okay, if they're visiting the page where your ad is on. All right, so that's the difference. Most ads are a CPC, or that's the way you want to start them, or you can do an impression, but the acquisition or cost per action get real expensive really fast. Banner ad designs. There is what's called banner ad blindness. Banner ad, been a long day. Banner ad blindness, and that's where users have a tendency to ignore if it's not part of the main content. And think of the analogy of in your town or your city, you may have seen a banner, or not a banner ad, but like a billboard that's gone up. And so you notice it right away because it's something different, and it's going to and from work. You notice it. Well, all of a sudden, eventually, you stop noticing it because it just becomes a blindness to you. It's already there. It's part of your everyday drive or commute or something, and the only time you really notice it again is when someone changes it. So that's when you're going to notice it. So same thing can happen on a website. Two things that can happen is people just are used to seeing that banner ad there. It doesn't pop out at them, or it doesn't seem like it blends with the content. There are people that will ignore just because the first thing they think of is that is a banner ad. That's an advertisement. I'm not interested in it. So solutions to this banner ad blindness is to blend your ad in with the main content of the site itself. You can also contrast and complement. So in other words, contrast meaning that it stands out, but it's not like standing out like a neon sign where it's obnoxious standing out. It's complementing by the way it stands out. And I'll show you some examples of what I'm talking about there. So blending in means that you're making the background, the border, the same colors as the placement site. You use the same font, the same font design. It requires, basically though, in order to get that done, you're going to have someone create the banner for you or create the image for you. And so it's going to require a custom banner to be made. The goal of this is to make the banner look like it's part of the main page. Again, people will, there are two kinds of people. There are people that will find those banners and click on them because it stands out to them, and they're more than happy to read the ad and go further. And you have the other people that, if they see something that looks like an ad, they want to ignore it for whatever reason, because they're on that site because they want to be on that site. They don't want to be advertised to. So ways that you can get around those kind of people is what's called blending. And let me see if I can enlarge that a little bit more so you guys can see. But if you look here, this is a site. Okay, it's a site that posts many different things. But someone has created a banner to fit inside the site itself. So it looks like it's a part of the site, but it's actually a paid ad. It's a banner ad that is sitting there, but they've made it to look like it's a part of a site. So for this kind of a site here, for those kind of people, they're more apt to click on it thinking that it's part of the main site itself, okay? That it's not just something that is an ad, and they would refuse to click on that ad. They're thinking it's a part of the site, so they're more apt to click on it. Okay. Here's another example of blending. Here's a site that has a lot of images on it. So it has a video here, Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, had Morgan Freeman on it. They have all sorts of different things, but these images down below here, these are all actual ads, banner ads. Okay, so these are people that have paid to advertise, and recommended articles, but these are actually advertisements that are going to go off-site to another site, but they look like they blend, and the way it's written here, recommended articles, people are thinking that they're clicking on another related article, which is actually an advertisement to go somewhere else. Okay, so that's a way of blending. So the contrast and complement, let me reduce this down again so you can read it. So the contrast and complement make the banner stand out with colors, strong headlines, big call to action, animation. If you've ever seen like a GIF banner, which is the ones that are actually doing something, they're moving, they're flashing. Those are considered a GIF or an animated banner ad versus a static banner ad, which is what we have here in Digital Altitude. The purpose of all of this, the contrast and complement, is to get your banner noticed and clicked on. Okay, so here's an example of a contrast complement banner ad. So this is on a site that is primarily text. So it's probably like a blog site or something like that, primarily text here, but here is your ad that they have inserted for you. You've bought a banner ad and they've inserted it inside of their post or of their page. All right, and so to look at it, it's it's not bad. It's the same style of font. The colors are contrasting, meaning that they do stand out, because again, this is mainly text driven or text-based, a text-based page, but it definitely complements it with the colors of the blue, the greens, the call to action, start now, etc. It definitely, to my eye, it complements the page. It does not stand out and is not actually obnoxious on the page. It does complement what's here, because otherwise, with that banner gone, it looks like it'd be pretty boring visually as a page. So so that that is what a contrast complement ad would look like. All right, and I'm sure you guys have seen them. You've seen them all over the place. I know, like when you go to even like if you've gone to a post on Facebook where you've clicked on something and it takes you to another site that has maybe a whole bunch of different stories, or maybe has a news story of what you clicked on, but in between those news stories you'll see banners that are in between the paragraphs of that, and those go off site. Those go to somewhere completely different, and the purpose of those ads is that as you're reading through that article, it's hopefully going to catch your eye. You're going to click on it and then go somewhere else. Okay, go and look at whatever product they're promoting. Now, a lot of times too, they'll try to, again, you want an ad that is, even though this is a contrast and complement, another way of complementing is when you're like this ad, and it's kind of hard to read because I can't blow up the image too much, but this is, talking about Obama and U.S. Africa Leaders Summit. It's dealing with, taxpayers, and it looks like it's got some amounts here and so on. Well, so this is, dealing with some like money, some news money, and so this ad here is dealing with, trade online stocks, etc. So it kind of fits in here. Now, to put an ad, a contrast ad, but that definitely does not complement the site, is, maybe this, if you put an ad there that was, well, you wouldn't do something that's a local brick and mortar business, but let's say you were doing, something of, selling baby apparel or something like that. I mean, it wouldn't fit on this site. It's too much of a contrast, and it definitely does not complement the site. So that's what we mean by the contrast and complement. It's not only the contrast, the coloring and so on makes it stand out, but the whole ad itself will complement because it's in the same realm as the article or as the page that it's on, that again is dealing with the same kind of basic information that they're reading. So these people reading this article probably would be more interested in that versus if you had, you know, again, you were selling, you know, baby stuff. They may not have interest, or be a lot less of them would have interest in something like that. So it would definitely not complement the page. Okay, so now the thing is you know, banner ad designs. So what kind of designs can you use for banners? You can have the flashy or the fancy flash animations. You've seen those. Those are called GIF files, which, you know, again, they move. They do something. They're animated. Okay, so they stand out in that sense. You can do high resolution logos or branding. You can do ghetto designs. All approaches can work depending on the sales funnel. So what we're also saying is that, you know, banner ad design is got to be congruent with what you're marketing as well. Okay, so so you got to have on your banner ad design, you got to have good ad copy that will increase, or good ad copy will increase a click-through rate and profitability. If you're not catching their attention, there again, knowing what site you're on, knowing what that customer base is, having not only the visual part but good ad copy is going to get people to either click or not click on that call to action button. So you want to make sure you have good ad copy. Start with matching banners to landing page headlines. So if you are doing the what do I want to say? If you're doing the digital, or, you know, well, any product, digital altitude or any product, you want to match that banner with the landing page that they're going to go on to. All right. So banner ad copy, following the ACC formula, and that's attention, curiosity, and click. So you want to grab their attention, you want to pique their curiosity, and you want to get them to click on your ad. Okay. So so with that, I have support asking me if I'm doing the webinar. So with that, again, it's all based on how you're setting up your ad and getting people's attention to click on it. So typical banner ad sizes. These are the most common banner ad sizes: 300 by 250, 320 by 50, 728 by 90. This is more of a header part. Side panels, 160 by 600. Or 300 by 600, 336 by 280. These are the most common banner ad sizes here. Now there are other banner ad sizes, and it's really hard to see these actual numbers because they kind of blur out when I enlarge the image here. But 125 by 125, that's a really small one. 125 by 84. So there are many different sizes that you can get, but this is the most common sizes for banner ads. Okay, so that's what you're going to mainly be dealing with. All right, so real quick, any questions? Let me clear out some of these questions here. Let me look here. Yeah, Randy, if you ask for tonight's presentation, I will email it to you. Okay, so use the banner ads supplied. Use the banner ad supplied from DA. Yes, and I'm going to show you that in a second, Sarah. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, where do I find these banner ad sites? Okay, so, all right, guys. Try not to jump ahead on some of these questions here. All right, when placing ads. Yeah, if you have, someone asked if they have their own blog site, if they have their own website, can they place these ads in on their own site? Certainly, do it. I mean, it's free exposure. You didn't have to pay anything for it to be there. So, you know, most certainly put it on your own site, because if people are visiting your site, well, then you can be showing them the products as well. Okay. No, someone copied down my email address. It's rarmstrong at digitalaltitude.co. So, Sharat, that is not the correct email address. It's rarmstrong at digitalaltitude.co. Ghetto designs are going to be more in uh, not as they're going to be kind of loud, obnoxious. They're going to be not as pristine of an ad. Not a lot of people use them, and you got to be very careful. I mean, they're going to be based more on the site that you're placing them on. If you do a Google search of ghetto designs for banner ads, you'll see a whole array of different images, and it'll give you a better idea of what I'm talking about there. All right, so how do we add a link to the banner? They're already added in your back office, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. Okay, this better to Facebook ads? Certainly not. Banner ads I do not consider better than Facebook ads. And no, the DA's ads are not ghetto. Okay, so, all right, so now I cleared through some of those questions. So again, selecting a banner to use, does the banner ad copy match the headline, or does it match the landing page headline? Does it grab their attention, pique their curiosity, and get them to click? So here's an example, okay? Right over here in the top is our digital altitude, one of our digital altitude banner ads. Now we only have 2 digital altitude banner ads. Okay, we have a 300 by 250, and also what is the other size we have here? It's a 720 by 90. So those are the 2 banner ads that we have available to you. And I'm going to show you here or tell you where you can go and get more banner ads made if you want to. Again, I'm not a huge proponent of banner ads. I mean, I put them on my own site, but I haven't purchased a banner ad in a while because they're slow. They are methodical. I mean, you know, you can kind of, again, you set it up for the month, and then you walk away and just let leads come in. But it just depends on what your budget is. You know, you got to be, you know, probably to be successful with banner ads, you got to be spending a minimum, bare bones minimum of, you know, $600 a month, maybe $1,000 a month just in banner ads alone to really have any kind of success. And that's going to be on the low end of success, but there, you know, that at least will start getting you some success. If you're spending a couple $100 a month, you know, your chances of making anything big off of that is going to be slim, because you're not going to be able to afford to go to the sites that have a lot of eyeballs on them. All right, the real popular sites. So again, making sure that your banner ad is matching your headline. So right here, this is the capture page for one of our banner ads. Okay, it's already built in, your link is already built in, etc. But you see 6 steps to 6 figures, 6 steps to 6 figures. So there's congruency here. If you had, you know, 6 steps to 6 figures and Michael's picture and the picture of the computer and watch now, and they landed on a site or a page that said, never diet again. What does that have to do with 6 steps to 6 figures? You know, unless they're saying maybe a size 6 figure. I don't know. Maybe it's worded wrong. But you see, it's not congruent. It's not going where it is, where it's supposed to. And I mean, you may have it clicking to the right page, but there's not congruency there. So whatever your banner ad is representing, you want to make sure that the same color scheme, see how the colors are the same. There's Michael's image here, the 6 steps to 6 figures. There is even down here, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's those step 6 all the way up to step 6 here. So there's congruency. In other words, if they click on this ad and they land on this page, the image is still there. So they're like, okay, great, I landed on the right place. If they landed on, again, something that was talking about dieting or something, they're going to say, well, wait a minute, what does that have to do with what I clicked on? And then they'll bounce off. Okay, so you just paid for maybe the click, but you didn't obviously get any kind of lead or anything out of that. So you want it to be congruent here. Getting banners, all right, so you can check your affiliate program, for our back office, and I'll show you here in a second where you find them. You can make your own. You can search YouTube for tutorials on using PowerPoint to make a banner ad. You can use Keynote, Photoshop, or GIMP. Another one that I actually need to add to this slide is Acorn. GIMP is a real pain to use. Photoshop is extremely expensive to use. But one of the places I have found very powerful, I think it's as powerful as Photoshop, and it's called Acorn. And it's like a 1/16 of the cost of what PowerPoint or Photoshop is. So, there are many things that you can do. If you feel like really diving into doing graphic design and so on, then definitely, go at it. And let's see here. So yeah, so I mean, it definitely is something you can go to. There's a place called uglybannersworkbetter.com. I don't even know if they're still in existence or not, because I've had this presentation here for a little while, and it was one of the places I didn't get a chance to check out yet. Here is where you're going to find your banner ads in your back office. So you log on to your Digital Altitude, you go to My Marketing, okay, you click on your marketing, you go to where you would go to My Links, and then you go to the tab that says Banners. So here are the two banner ads that are available to you. So a 300 by 250 and a 720 by 90, and I'm going to show you here, if you guys can see it. These banner ads have your affiliate link inside of them. Okay, so the target link is here, and then the image is this is where the image is stored. So if you have your own made, then you have to have a spot to store the image, but you would then have to also add in your affiliate link to it. Okay, you can tag these links just like you can tag your affiliate link when you're doing solo ads, Facebook ads, things like that. You can tag it to know that, okay, it came from Joe's website that I have my banner on. You could tag it some way so that you know where those clicks, those leads, and those buyers are coming from. Okay, but these are the two ads that are available to you in your back office, so you can access them. If you want to create your own banners using something similar to what we have, then I will show you that here in just a couple minutes as to where else you can go to get banners made. Okay, so again, the two banners that are available. I'm trying to get them to make us some more banners. I've been trying for a few months now, but it's not a top priority. We put them out there for a couple people to be able to use, put them on their own sites and stuff, but like I said, I'm just trying to get them to make more banners, and they haven't yet. Okay, so again, these are the sizes, the 720 by 90, a little bit closer look at them here, but they're congruent with the landing pages that you go to. All right, so let's see here. I'm just looking at a couple questions here. What is your method into making your business successful, if not banners? Facebook ads is what I do. There are a lot of people who do solo ads, Instagram, YouTube marketing, Bing ads. What else? I mean, there are people that are successful with banner ads, but they have decent budgets to do it. Let's see, what else? People write articles, they have blog sites, etc. But my main revenue generator for Digital Altitude and all my other businesses is Facebook. I live in Facebook. So if you want, you can get my recordings of my marketing in Facebook. But that's really where I market. Okay. Best free advertising. Best free advertising. Probably, well, if you have a website, putting a banner on your website, that would be free advertising. If you have a Facebook following, if you have an email list, if you know a lot of people, those are really the best forms of free advertising there are out there. Otherwise, to get in front of people that you don't know, typically you're going to have to pay someone, whether it's a solo ad, you're paying for their use of their list, meaning that they're going to send an email on your behalf in front of their list, and Hopefully people are going to click on it. It is, you know, it's hard to generate. If you don't have a following already, it's hard to generate free traffic. It can be done, but it's very slow because you got to build your audience. You got to build that rapport with people first before you can, you know, generate that free traffic. Now I generate free traffic because I have a following. I've been doing this for 5 years. Fraser McDonald, Vincent Ortega, Paul, David, all of these guys, especially the guys in the leaderboards, you know, you got to realize they've been doing marketing for a long time. And they have developed or they have created a huge following of people. So that's why they hit the leaderboards right away, is because they already had a mass of people without having to go out and buy an enormous amount of traffic generating ads. They have an enormous amount of people that they can start marketing to right away for free. But it still, in essence, wasn't free because they one day paid to get those people to start following them. So Instagram is a good way to start getting people to follow you, but to do it the right way, it still costs you a little bit of money for the right programs and software to do. And you have to have, from everything I see, you have to have multiple Instagram accounts. I know one student that has 35 Instagram accounts. He works like 6 hours a day just on Instagram. All right. And John, I'm getting to that. I don't want you to spoil the surprise there, John Haggerty. I'm getting to that, but I have seen your posts or your questions there. How do you copy to a page? I'm not sure what you're asking. And how do you copy to a page? Banner ad is based on, let's see if I can show you here. A banner ad is based on a code, an HTML code. And so on the site you're going to place it at, it is, there's a specific thing inside their site that it's called a widget that they can go to, and then they paste that code, which brings up the image and brings up your affiliate link, and then that image appears on their page. So it's not a copy and paste thing besides you're copying and pasting a HTML code. So the code below these banners here in your back office, that's the code you're giving the banner person, the person that's going to place that banner ad. So hopefully, Ann, that answered your question. Is there a quick and easy way to get a blog up? Yeah, you can build a blog real easy. The next thing you have to do is how do you get people to your blog? Okay, so I mean, there are templates that you can use. There's software that you can use. You have to have a domain name. You have to have a hosting account. You have to have WordPress minimum. And then you can put templates on there to build a blog site. But now you could have the best blog in the world, but you're going to be one of 10 million other blogs out there. So how are you going to get people to your blog site? So again, a blog site is a great relationship building tool, and so on. And maybe I'll do a webinar here shortly on blogs, but I can teach you some techniques to build an audience a little faster, but it is time consuming. Anytime you're building an audience, audiences take a while, and you got to build them. They're not the easiest thing in the world to build, and then they're not the easiest thing in the world to maintain. You got to work at it. Okay. What traffic packages? All right, Brian, ask that. I'm going to delete that question. Ask that question towards the end, and I can tell you there. I don't know yet if I'm going to do a ad on Instagram marketing. I've got to get some research done on ways of doing Instagram, because the guys that are doing really big in Instagram right now, you have to pay for some of their programs, and I'm not willing to pay to find out so I can turn around and teach people. Plus they may get a little upset. So I'm trying to do some research and build a program to show people for free how to do some Instagram marketing. But with my work schedule in Digital Altitude, all the students I coach and so on, and I run 4 businesses online, I just have to find the time to find all that information out. So getting back to the banners here. So getting banners, you can outsource it. Places, if you do outsource, you want to make sure that you're clear and specific in the design you want. Sites you can go to is Fiverr.com. As anybody, hate when I do that. As anybody, I'm going to lower all the hands. Has anybody ever been to Fiverr.com? Raise your hand if you've ever been to Fiverr.com. All right, looks like a few people. Yeah, probably about 12% of you have been to Fiverr.com. Free account. You just go in. It's Fiverr. It's two R's. So if you're looking for it, you type in the Fiverr, and the reason it's called that is because everything starts at $5. Now I'm not saying that everything costs $5. It just starts at $5. You can get a lot of stuff done. You can get a logo designed. You can get a banner ad made. I'm not sure how much I go to Fiverr for copywriting, but you can. You have to weed through a lot of people. There are many better sites that you can go to if you need copywriting done and so on. But if you need some simple stuff, I've used Fiverr before. Now, luckily, I have an assistant. She's a dream when it comes to digital design and so on. She is phenomenal, so I don't have to go to Fiverr anymore or outsource it anywhere else. But again, whoever you're going to, you want to make sure you're very clear and specific on your design. If you have an example, if you wanted to send them a copy of our banner and say, hey, I want something similar to this, but I want this, this, and this changed. Can you do that? Or I want the color scheme, but I want something different inside. That's the best way when you're outsourcing, to get a design. Otherwise, you're going to spend so much time going back and forth where they think they understand what you want, they design it, and that isn't what you want. Now you're back to the drawing board, and it's just eating up a lot of time. Other companies you can go to, a very good company here, 99 Designs, Upwork, which used to be, formerly it was Elance, they're now called Upwork, and then you can go to Odesk. So this is where you can get freelance people, a graphic designer, a computer programmer, a copywriter. I mean, it is amazing what you can find in Upwork or Odesk. You're hiring an individual for their specialty skills. Okay, so it works really well. Great companies to go to. All right, so Fiverr.com, the way they work is you just go to their URL, you join them if you have not been a member of them before. It's free to join. Everything is paid through PayPal, and you just load money up when you're ready to buy something. So Fiverr pays the person that you're dealing with, and because they don't want you dealing with the person outside of Fiverr either. So they don't want you working little side deals or anything like that, because obviously Fiverr gets a commission off of everything they sell, or a percentage. But a great company to go to, especially, again, logos, banners, stuff like that. Simple design stuff, whatever. It's a great company to go to. Don't go buy solo ads from them. Don't go buy email lists from them, because typically what you're going to buy, if someone's willing to sell it for $5 or $10, it's an old dead list. You may as well just go buy lunch with that money, because that's about as good as it's going to be. When you get into Fiverr, you then type in their search engine here that you want, graphics and design, banners and headers, and then you can peruse through here all the different artists or people that do this type of work. So you want to be specific on the type of work you want, and then you just go through and you can look at some of their samples. You can click on someone here. Let's say you click on one of them. What I always tell people is you're looking for a 4 to 5 star rating on someone, and you want to also look at, because see, you can go to people that have a 5-star rating and then they've had 10 buyers, and that's great. They're new, their 10 buyers were very happy with what they did, but again, that's still only 10 buyers. So I go to people that are like up at least in the 500 range, 500 buyers or more, because that tells me that they have a little bit more experience and can get the job done. All right, so this person says, I'll create any professional web banner, header, or cover for $5. Okay, and then they usually will have samples in here that you can see of work that they've done before. They'll tell you the average days on how many days it takes to make what you want them to do. So once you've agreed on the job, you pay them, and they're always going to tell you this: 34 orders in queue, or a high number of orders in queue. This is a marketing ploy. This is just to get you to, oh my gosh, I better buy now because I don't want to wait till tomorrow and now there's 50 orders in queue. Okay, so you kind of take that with a grain of salt, because I'll show you in this next page there are ways you can bypass that. So like this person here is willing to, this is the next part of their page. So this guy here, you go to his next page here, and you can check out his, they call them gigs, which is basically add-ons, you know, things that they can do for a little bit more money. So the first thing they can do is, you know, instead of getting one banner ad made, you could get, let's see, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 banner ads made, which is a hell of a deal. So for 25 bucks, because it's already 5 for the original design, an additional 20 bucks, and they add 2 days onto this. So on that 8 days, it's now maybe 10 days, but for 20 bucks more, you can get 7 different sizes made, which is huge because different websites that you may go to will only have spots for different sized banners. So by having an array of sizes, a folder full of sizes, then whatever site you go to and negotiate with, or that you sign up for and you want to put a banner on, you know, if they say, well, we only take a 160 by 600, oh, okay, I happen to have one of those, sold, you know, there's my banner. Versus having to now scramble, go back to Fiverr and say, hey, I need one now this size. You know, if they have a package like this, get it. It's not going to hurt you at all. Definitely is going to help you in the long run. Other things that they have is obviously they ask for a tip. Well, they don't ask for a tip, but if you, you know, if you feel that they do really good work, gosh, it keeps changing. If you feel they did really good work, you know, tip them. I've always tipped anybody in Fiverr if I felt the work was the quality that I expected. You can get layered PSD files, which is a Photoshop file. So if you do have the capabilities of Photoshop, or you know someone that does, but you need someone to create something, pay a little extra and get it in a PSD file. That way then it can be altered. You can then take the design they made, but now you can do some other things with it without having to go back to them. You could create some more of your own as well, because you'll have the availability of the layers there. And again, Acorn will work. Acorn and GIF, or no, Acorn and what was the name of that? Shoot, I'm sorry. What was the name of that? GIMP. Acorn and GIMP will both work with Photoshop files. Okay, so they're good files to have. And for 10 bucks more, what the heck? And then the whole thing about it is you can get a delivery in just 1 day for an additional 20 bucks. So if you wanted to get 7 banners, it's going to cost you, let's see, 40, 50, 60, $65 to get 7 banners in, and they're in a layered file, so that you can now go in and alter it if you want to yourself. That's a heck of a deal. I mean, that's a really good deal right there. Okay, so you know, you always look at and weigh it out as to how much you want to spend, but you know, think about it for the future as well, because otherwise you're going to have to go back and get more done. Other companies are 99 Designs, and I've seen a lot of their work. They do phenomenal work. They have some excellent graphic artists that work for them. And so you go to 99design.com, you create an account with them. The account is free to set up. And again, you're only paying once you've decided to actually order something. So they have, here's some samples of some banners that they've made. So, you know, they'll always show you samples. They'll have, you know, different stuff. They guarantee all their work 100%, etc. You can, they show you how it works. You tell them what you want, and then they will have their designers look at it, because all of their designers really on 99 Design are all freelance designers. Okay, so what 99 Design does, they're just like a broker. They then will put it out to their designers, and then their designers will say, oh yeah, I'll take that on, and you know, give some samples, and then you get to choose from the samples. Okay, so it's not that you know, you have something that you know, you get a choice of what they make. So they'll get you know, you can get dozens of designs, etc., and then you get to choose from there, which is really cool. So if you go to their page, and again, I can only take still shots of this, you can go to 99 Designs and kind of go through their whole intro here and see how their system works and so on. But a good reputable company. Their prices have come down quite a bit actually for banner ads. They've actually sectioned out now banner ads, because before it was, it was outrageously priced, but I think nowadays they're competing with many other people. So, they can create designs for you, expect up to 30 designs. You'll pay $49 for one of them. You'll get 30 to choose from. These are good designers. The silver packages are better designers. The gold packages are expert designers. And the platinum packages at $200 are exceptional designers. Okay, they all come with a money-back guarantee, and then they have just some other features depending on which package you buy. Okay, so you can go through their information. Let's see here. So now the question is now that I've gotten a banner design, or I'm using the one in Digital Altitude, where can I go to place a banner? Well, there's two methods that you can do. One is you can go, and if you know of a specific site that you have visited before yourself, you can go and always look down at the bottom of the site, and they'll tell you for advertisers there, or maybe it'll say banners. You click on that and it'll tell you, hey, yes, we sell space for banner ads, or we sell space for advertisers. Here's how you contact us, or they'll send you to a different page. And then you can sit down with them. You can either look at what their prices are and negotiate with them or something. If it's a site that doesn't normally do, maybe they have banners, maybe they're their own banners, and you really want to have an ad on there, there's no harm in reaching out to them and finding out, hey, what would you charge me to put my banner on your site? So you could do that. One of the recommendations, especially for people that are brand new to this, that I recommend is a company called Buy Sell Ads. And you may have heard of them before. You go to them. They have in fact, I just updated some images here. They've revamped their entire site. They've been around for several years now. Well, actually, many, many years now. And what they are is a brokerage. They are not only for people who have sites that want to sell banner ads. They go and join up with Buy Sell Ads, and then us as advertisers, because that's what we are, we want to put an ad on someone else's page, we go to them as advertisers. And so they have a database of sites within their database that you can choose from. So there's many different things. You can break down sites as to how many impressions they have. They go to the what are the hot sites right now. It's all based on their analytics. You can get sites within the categories that you have here. Ours would probably fit in the, let's see here, automotive, probably business and finance is where ours would fit mainly in. But you can, that'll bring up what's hot in those categories there. You can, look at, featured properties, meaning featured sites that you can go to. It says how many impressions they have, and then featured display, and so there's many different things. Thing about this also is there are sites you can go to that not only do they have a really big following or a lot of impressions on their site, but if you're into Twitter, a lot of them also have huge, massive 60,000, 100,000 person Twitter accounts as well. So they'll send out Twitter broadcasts as well. So you can buy those through Buy Sell Ads as well. So that's different. They have a huge database in here. They have a huge tutorial. Again, you sign up for them for free, and then they'll walk you through how does their system work. Okay, so from, how do you place an ad, how do you find a site, etc. And they have all of these tutorials in here for you. They're a great site. They've been around forever. And again, for beginners, I highly recommend going to this site here. Yes, they're a broker. Yes, they're going to charge you a fee, but they're also, really what it is they're taking out a fee of what you're paying the site that you're going to. So there's good integrity there. You know, they're representing both parties, so obviously they want to stay in business, so they're going to make sure you're happy. They're going to make sure that the publisher, meaning the site, is happy, and they're just taking a cut of the commission. You know, they're getting a commission off of that sale. But it'll really save you a lot of searching and endless hours of you know, reviewing sites and so on, that you can go to this clearinghouse and they'll categorize everything for you. The only time I would go to a site directly, again, is if I knew the site, if I visited it myself or someone referred it to me, and I deal with them directly. But with this, you set up the free account, and when you're actually ready to place an ad, you then, out of PayPal, you load the money into this account to cover the cost of your ad. And I think that you have to load it in like $25 increments. So if you're buying a $100 ad, then you can load $100. If you're buying a $104 ad, you're going to load $125. And then that other $21 is going to sit there until you're ready to place the other ad. But you can cash that back out, okay, and put it back into your PayPal as well. So great place to go to if you are interested in the banner ads. I showed you several sites here, so hopefully you copied those down. Again, you can ask for the recording of this. But now, I just tell people, you know, if you have questions, relax. Nothing is under control. That's my motto, especially for today. Today was an interesting day. So I'm going to go through some more of these questions here. Let's see here. So Stuart asked, unless you go out and talk to people individually on Facebook or something like that, pounding the electric pavement. Okay, interesting statement. All right, how do you unlock my marketing section in VA? So what you're asking is, here in Digital Altitude, my marketing is locked. The way you do that is you go to my business and you go to my rank, and you see here, if it's locked, this most likely says inactive, and there'll be a button over here to the right hand side that says activate. It's $17 a month in order to activate your affiliate links. Everyone has to pay that. No matter whether you're a Rise member or a Apex member, we all have to pay that. It's a requirement. Okay, so let's see. Let's please like to know, hear more about Facebook recording. All right, so Michael, just send me the email and I will send you all the recordings that I have. Okay. How can I create my website and start doing sales? Okay. One, Rody, I guess how you pronounce your name. I'm not sure if excuse me if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. One, you don't have to create a website to start promoting or start doing sales. In your marketing, under my links, these are the pages that are available to you. These pages now have your affiliate link on it. So if someone clicks on it, this is where they end up. If they click on the video sales letter, this is where they end up. So they end up on the sales page. If they end up clicking on the step 1 page, it's all part of the funnel. So you have a funnel that has your affiliate link on it. Typically, we promote to the capture page. In all marketing, or majority of marketing, we promote to the capture page, because if it's a cold lead, meaning someone you absolutely don't know, you have no way of contacting them, you're going through a third party, meaning like a solo ad, Facebook ad or something, you typically send people to a capture page so you can capture their information and follow up with emails. If you're using these pages here, they're going to go into the back office, and from the back office, Digital Altitude is following up with them. All right, so hopefully, again, you don't have to go out. I have so many people saying, oh, I got to go out and create a website. You don't have to. I mean, and don't spend the money. If you're going to create a website, don't spend the money unless you're actually going to, you know, build a website that has, you know, your business on it. You know, multiple things, blog posts, you know, you have different things on your website, then yeah, go ahead and knock yourself out. But if you're just building a website to be able to promote Digital Altitude, you already got pages available to you. So concentrate your money on the marketing part, not on the website. All right, a little bit off topic, but those of us just starting, do you have any additional information or webinars on paid traffic programs offered through DA? Yeah, Zachary, where you find the information about the paid programs, this is the best place for you to go. This is for the co-op, the Digital Altitude Traffic Package Co-op, I would highly recommend, and you go to where it says TV in your back office, go and watch this webinar right here. This was a webinar that Michael did a couple months ago, and it deals with paid traffic versus free traffic, and it also discusses our traffic packages. The traffic packages available in the back office are click packages, so they go from tiptoe all the way up to partner, and you can review that information in there, what the costs are and so on. So it's all in your back office there, okay? Let's see here. So hopefully that helped you out. Good, all right. However, if you do not have a following, would Facebook ads be your best option to grow the following quicker? Again, Tequila, a Facebook ad is different than having a fan page. A Facebook ad, you're physically paying Facebook to put it out in front of people you don't know. A fan page is to grow your audience organically and so on. You can do ads that are what's called a like campaign to get people to your Facebook page. So yeah, paid advertising, if you have a budget, paid advertising is the way to go. It's going to be the quickest in all the different directions. All right, could you use banner ads on Instagram? No, you cannot. Instagram won't allow it, and they just don't fit right in an Instagram. Instagram are image based, but Instagram are more of, again, just image, small text, but not links. Now you can do paid ads in Instagram, and I do them through Facebook because Facebook owns Instagram. All right, you can right click and save target as. Save target as. Okay, Sarah, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Anyway, let's see here. If you outsourced, who did you use? Okay, I have my own assistants, so I don't outsource. But you can outsource. I gave you the locations that you can go to for outsourcing. You have Fiverr, 99 Designs, Upwork, which was formerly Elance, and Odesk are probably the best places to go to get outsourcing done. All right, I seem to be stuck on the page. Blue banner on the left. Here's showing the. Okay, Joe, I'm not really sure. Joe, if you didn't see everything here, then just make sure you email me. And again, guys, my email address, let me bring up my other slides. My email address is rarmstrong@digitalaltitude.co. So Joe, just email me there and I'll get you this recording and you should be able to see everything from there. All right, so what is the quickest way to build traffic? Probably the simplest and quickest way, if you have a budget, is solo ads. Then from there, Facebook advertising gets a little bit more technical, but it's not hard to learn. Bing advertising works really well, because again, you're basing those things on, you buy an ad and that's what you're bringing in. Where again, banner ads can work depending on the size of banner ad, the site you're going to, but you buy a banner ad typically for an entire month. So you're looking at spreading out those leads coming in over a month's period of time versus, a one-shot deal with going with a solo ad or Facebook ad or something like that. And that is true. John Haggerty said that Elance is or Upworks can be expensive. Oh yeah, I mean, you're paying for someone's expertise. Let's see here. iWriter is a good copyright site. Okay, good. That's nice to know. iWriter. Another one where you can get stuff written is Text Broker. Works really well. That's one that I've used quite a bit. So you should have an affiliate for Fiverr. Yeah, I should. I only promote it here on this site. Well, some of my students and stuff. Let's see here. But again, Fiverr is free, so I don't even know if they have an affiliate program. But again, that kind of brings up a good point that John said, is as you start building your team, if you're using specific tools that are making your marketing easier and so on, and you're going to share some of these examples and stuff with your team below you, like if you use Aweber or GetResponse, or you use HostGator, or any other tools, lead pages, ClickFunnels, ClickMagick, anything like that, if you are using those tools and you like them and they work really well for you, become an affiliate of that. So if you're referring it to someone else, it's not that you're going to get rich off of that stuff, but you know what? If you sell enough of them, or if you sell a combination of enough stuff, you know, you may earn a couple $100 extra a month depending on how many people you're talking to, and that's what I consider advertising money. That's boosting your advertising budget. So, you know, you can definitely, you know, it doesn't hurt at all. Okay, how do I find people who are looking for a specific thing or product? I.e., someone is looking for a course on training dogs. How do I find them and send them my ads? Okay, Gustavo, you know, that is going to be, yeah, solo ads, banner ads, YouTube marketing, and so on. You have to figure out your audience and then go to, like banner ads, you're going to go to the pages that that kind of audience goes to. Facebook, I'm going to target that audience inside Facebook, create that custom audience or create those demographics and send out the ads. Solo ads, I'm going to go to a solo ad provider that for us here in Digital Altitude is in the you know, work from home, business opportunity, online marketing, affiliate marketing, you know, passive income, you know, those kind of niche. I mean, you can find solo ad providers that are in the health and wellness industry. You can find solo ad providers that are in the fitness industry. So there's different providers that have different clientele. Some providers have multiple clientele, but they have them broken out into different lists. So it's just finding the people in the niche, but you have to have a vehicle. If you're looking for an audience and you want to get in front of that audience, you have to have a vehicle to get you there or to get your ad in front of them. It could be banner ads, it could be solo ads, it could be Facebook ads, it could be Bing ads, it could be Instagram, it could be YouTube, it could be SEO, it could be article writing, it could be blogging, but you have to get in front of that specific audience and deliver the right message to them. Okay? Okay, so let's see here. What's my email address again? My email address again is rarmstrong@digitalaltitude.co. All right. I missed the name of that site. So Natalie, I think you're talking maybe of Buy Sell Ads. Okay, it's called Buy Sell Ads. Just Google it, Buy Sell Ads. Type it all in there, you'll find it. Again, they're like ranked #1 on the list there. Or ask for the recording, it'll all be in the recording. Okay, what are people enter their email? Do they become an affiliate, or do they become an affiliate when they pay the $1? If they become an affiliate, Brian, they become a member or / affiliate when they pay the $1 and work their way up from there. So they have to be a paying customer to become an affiliate. Where to advertise with zero budget? Sarah, I would say Facebook, create a page. That's for free. Watch my webinars on Facebook marketing and just start building a following. Hopefully you have a lot of friends on Facebook because they have a lot of people, and you can start reaching out to people that way, getting them to come and like your page. Not that you're out there, you know, pounding the pavement or hounding your friends and family to buy something from you. Just get them to come over and like your page. And from your page, then is where you can start to see who has interest, who doesn't, and the people that have interest, you personal message them, and you start working with them from there. Okay, that's the best way. But again, it helps if you have, you know, I had a client today that wanted to do Facebook, and she's got like 100 friends. There's not a lot of people to bring over to her page. So she would have to really have her friends help her go out and help her, you know, by commenting, liking, commenting, and sharing on her posts and getting it out to their friends. Other things that you can do inside of Facebook is go and join network marketing, entrepreneur, home business, those kind of free groups, and start, you know, working within those groups to start building relationships with people and so on. To get them to come over to your page, to get them to see your product and stuff. But again, Sarah, the problem with it is it's a slow process to build your audience. It's good to build an audience so that they have a rapport with you, they respect you, but it does take a while to get an audience going. What will next week's webinar be, Caesar? I could not tell you. And it just all depends on if I can schedule another instructor, or half the time I come up with the webinar idea, a day before the webinar. So I go through all my past trainings and so on, and I'll pull together a webinar. I don't have a schedule of them. Okay. Okay, so please send me tech recordings as well as Michael. Okay, success skills. Okay, Christopher, you're gonna have to email me. I'm not gonna. Once this webinar is over, all this information disappears. All right. Can I imagine? I can imagine Facebook is waterlogged. Okay, I'm not sure. Oh no, it's not. 1.5 billion people on Facebook. I don't think we've saturated the market yet. How does the sales team get their leads? How does the sales team get their leads? I'm not really sure what you're asking there, Kadeem. The way they get their people that are running through the 18 steps is by them, by you guys, by us as members, bringing in people on the $1 buy-in. Then that's how the sales team starts working with them. The sales team only works with the $1 buyers starting to go through the 18 steps. Okay. How long does it take for this to not seem so complicated? Jason, I've been doing this for 5 years, and every time I take on something new, it seems complicated. You just got to take a deep breath. You've got to, as my little slide said here, relax. Nothing is under control. You just got to go with the flow and don't stress out over it. Because I find when I stress out over it, boy, nothing goes right. Just take a deep breath, take one thing at a time on. Don't try to, do Bing ads, banner ads, solo ads, Facebook marketing, video marketing all at once, because you'll become a jack of all trades and a master of none. Pick one that you really feel excited about, because if there's a passion, you have more of a willingness to learn, and do everything you can to master that form of marketing. And then from there, once it's mastered, once it almost becomes more robotic, etc., now you can take on the next form of marketing. Okay, so just don't get overwhelmed with this. It seems a lot harder than it is, but it just, do as much training as you can. There's a thing I'm going to suggest to you guys here for anybody that is not that does not have access to their own personal private coach, their traffic coach. So what I would highly recommend to you here is we actually have one-on-one coaching for the Ascend members and above. For Rise members, some Rise members, if they were from way back when, they got the one-on-one coaching, but as of July 8th, the Rise members didn't get the one-on-one traffic coaching anymore. We created a package because our traffic coaching is very expensive per hour. I still am trying to get them to reduce that, but we created a traffic package that is group calls. It's 5 participants. We go over all these different traffic techniques. So Jason, is a good place to go. You get to talk to a coach. You get to work with them. We only do 5 participants, so that it's not a big class. And I will tell you right now, through the paid coaching packages, haven't had a lot of people take up on them. So I've had actually several students that have come through. Well, I shouldn't say several. A handful of students that have come through, but because of the way they've scheduled, their group call has almost become a one-on-one call. So they benefited. The cost of the group call is for 3 one-hour sessions. The cost is $250, and so it is. It's a good. It's a sound. Advice to get that one-on-one, or not quite one-on-one, but that time with a traffic coach. And I'm gonna put that link here in the chat and in the question area. But I would definitely look into that, because it, again, will get you more than just these webinars. You'll be able to talk to someone and get some more detailed guidance on the direction you're wanting to go. And like I said, a lot of my students right now who are doing the paid group calls, because of the scheduling, how they're scheduling, because we run them morning and evening, or morning and afternoon, depending on your time zone. A few days a week then, and I have other coaches that do them as well in other people's time zones. So, you can get a lot of one-on-one, or maybe 2 people are on the call, etc. We've limited the calls down to 5 people. They used to be 10, now they're only 5. So, you know, it's pretty good. Just to tell you a little bit really quick about the team I've put together here, I'm the traffic coach manager. I built the team. I was the first traffic coach here. I came actually from another company that I was the traffic coach manager, and Michael and I knew each other, and he knew I left there, and he snagged me up as fast as he could. I'm also a member of Digital Altitude. I'm an Apex climber. I promote the product myself because I don't want to coach anything I don't promote, because I want to understand what you guys are going through, what the product's like to promote, etc. Now you got to realize, though, I have 5 years of experience on most people, and actually, you know, 34 years of experience on owning businesses. So, you know, I do bring a lot to the table. But I created a team here, very talented traffic coaches. Obviously, there's myself. I have Otis and Evelyn Jackson. They are, you know, Otis is an educator. Evelyn has been in corporate America and has been an educator inside of corporate America, giving, you know, training and so on. Combined 32 years of training experience. They've been in the online marketing field since about 2010, so about 6 years, and they do phenomenal work. I hand selected these coaches. Okay, you know, they had to prove to me that they had the ability to not only, you know, generate traffic and so on of their own, but they had to have the ability to teach, because there are people with a lot of knowledge that could not teach their way out of a paper bag. So I wanted people with a good temperament on teaching and are willing to, and had the flexibility to teach someone. You got to realize, some of the students we deal with, we're teaching them how to copy and paste, and other students we're dealing with, they're advanced enough. We're just literally, the coaching session is a brainstorming session. You know, what's some other ways that we can get leads in and so on. So my coaches have to be able to work that entire spectrum of students' capabilities. And that's why I picked the team that I did. I have Jay Andrada. Now, Otis and Evelyn are here on the East Coast. I'm on the Pacific Coast. Jay Andrada is actually located in the Philippines, so he handles a lot of clients that are down in the Malaysian, the Asian markets, the Australia, New Zealand markets, because again, his time zones are a little bit better for people. We try to match you up with someone at least close enough to your time zones. And then we also have my last coach here is, but certainly not least, is Vanessa Dunford. She's in the UK. She is phenomenal. She's a young lady, very go-getter. She certainly impressed me when she interviewed. I looked at her background. I had her do some videos for training. She has an excellent temperament, and like I said, she just knows her stuff. And especially when it comes to Bing ads and so on, I would consider her the queen of Bing ads. So I've actually learned things from her when it comes to Bing ads. So that is my team, and that's the Digital Altitude traffic coaching staff. So highly recommend, if you don't have access right now to a traffic coach, then I would look into the packages. If you are interested in something like that, please, if you want more information on it, or if you do decide, hey, this is what I want to do, please email me and let me know, because again, I'm the one that helps assign you, looking at your time zones, etc. I'm the one that helps assign you with the right coach. Okay. So let's see here. Will I make a profit with the hitter package if I'm a Rise member? Well, you definitely would do better than a tiptoe package. Tiptoe package is only 1,000 clicks. At least the hitter is 2,500 clicks. So marketing, any kind of marketing, no matter what platform you're going to, marketing is based on volume. The more people you put in front of the ad, the more leads you get. The more leads you get, qualified leads, the more leads you get, the more buyers you get of $1. The more buyers of $1, the more the more of those people that will progress up to the 37 and above. So a hitter package, Brian, will definitely do you much better than a tiptoe package will. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Sarah. Sarah, just look at the recording and that'll, or email me and describe a little bit more, and I can figure out the link that you're looking for. Okay. Do you recommend tiptoe for Rise members? Again, just like I just told Brian there, you know, a hitter is going to do better, but you know, you have to work within your budget. Okay, so Lisa, just, you know, you guys got to look at your budgets and you know, see what you want to do. Just to recap, do we need the click packages for the Facebook method. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Michael. For the Facebook method, no, you don't need click packages like the digital altitude co-ops. I'm not sure if that's what you were talking about or not. Facebook advertising is, the Facebook method is you're buying ads directly inside Facebook. So email me, Michael, and I'll give you the recordings to the Facebook training, and you can take a look and see what you'll understand it more if you watch those videos. Okay, Odesk became Upwork. No, it's Elance that became Upwork, because my wife did work on Elance and it became Upwork. Unless they all merged together, I don't know, maybe they have. Maybe Upwork came in and swallowed everybody up. Let's see here. Could you do a webinar on Bing advertising and Google advertising? Well, one, Natalie, I would recommend don't go to Google advertising. Google advertising hates affiliate marketing. It's very, very hard to market inside Google AdWords. Extremely hard. More people get their account shut down than get accounts opened and are successful with it. But yes, I'm going to bring Vanessa in to do a webinar on Bing advertising. I'm trying to get her for next week, but again, she's in the UK, so she's got to be convinced that she can do a webinar at 2 a.m. like Sarah knows, 2 a.m. because Vanessa lives in the UK, and I don't want to ever do a recorded webinar. I want to make sure that they are live webinars, so she would be there to answer. So I'm trying to convince her that, you know, clear her calendar during the day so she can stay up and do my webinar, and then she'd come back on the Wednesday and do the webinar again. So we're seeing what we can do. I probably have to pay her a little bit more money. All right, what are the effects from, what is the most effective form of traffic? Christopher, it just depends on the traffic you're going with and what you're presenting to that traffic. There are people that do really well in solo ads. There are people that do well in banner ads. There are people that do well in Facebook ads. There are people who do well in video marketing and Bing ads and so on. And then there are other forms of marketing that you don't do well in. So I think it's more based on which one do you have a passion for. Which one are you excited about, because that one you're going to do better with than the ones that, okay, I'm just going to dabble in this and so on. You know, if you're willing to sit down and really hunker down and learn how to do that, really dig in deep to learn all the methods to make it the best quality as possible, then that's the one you're going to be more successful with. I would like if you can help us with Facebook ads and Instagram ads. Okay, ask for my recordings on the Facebook ads. I actually, in part 3, I do a Facebook ad. So, all right, good. Natalie, glad you answered the question. All right, guys, so, wow, we have more people off. All right, so Natalie is signing off here. So, all right, thank you, John. I appreciate it. Great job. Okay, great. What about email lists? Sarah, I did a webinar a couple Thursdays ago on writing email follow-ups and so on. So you may want to ask, just email me and ask for all the webinars, and you can go through those. Okay, all right. Let's see here. How can I get in touch with the sales team? All right. Why are you wanting to? I guess through support. I don't know why you're trying to get a hold of the sales team. Let's see here. All right, and you know, someone asked, can I be their traffic coach? Buy the group traffic package and put in a special request for me, and as long as we can work together with our time schedules, sure, be more than happy to be your traffic coach. Been doing this for a while. All right, how many people do you all right, how many people do you bring in a week, if you don't mind? Well, one, Christopher, I'm not Michael, I'm Russell, or Russ. Michael is just the guy who owns the account, Michael Force, who owns the business. You know, it all depends. But if I'm doing advertising, if I'm doing a bulk of advertising, I can bring in, you know, 300, 500, 1,000 people, depending on the size of the ads that I'm running. Then there are maybe a week that I don't bring anybody in because I'm just not doing an ad that current week. Maybe I'll bring in 15, 25 people just organically, just through my website, through my Facebook pages and so on, where I'm not really working on bringing those people in. They just come in. So, you know, I make sales 24/7, 7 days a week. Sometimes it's a 43-cent sale, meaning a $1 sale, because as a climber, I'm making a 43 cents on the dollar. And sometimes I'm, you know, making a very large sale. I wake up in the morning and I've got a very large sale. So it will happen. You just got to be patient with it, and you got to do the work to get it there. Okay. Are we able to switch coaches? Tequila, I'm not sure what coach you're talking about. Email me and ask me the question. If it's a traffic coach, we can look at what the problem is, and if we need to, if it's a timing issue or something like that, then yeah, we can look at, you know, if we can find you a coach that has a better time zone. But email me the information, Tequila, and I can go from there. Okay. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate you showing up to my webinar. Okay, based on their expertise. Again, Tequila, send me because my coaches are pretty well rounded, but send me an email as to really what you're concentrating on, because I have sent some of my students specifically over to like Vanessa, because again, I know how to do a Bing ad, but she really knows how to do a Bing ad. Now, she has sent some people, and some of my other coaches have sent people to me because I really know Facebook inside out and upside down, because I live in Facebook. I have my own ad agency inside of Facebook. So I mean, that's my medium that I work with. So yeah, there are times if you email me, Tequila, we can you know, we can see what the situation is, and if another coach would better suit you. Okay. What is the conversion rate for the done for you traffic packages? Christopher, I've seen when you're talking conversion, that means actual purchases. I've seen from anywhere from as low as 2% all the way up to 11% on the done for you packages. That's for the $1 sales. For opt-in rates, I've seen as low as 18% all the way up to about 35, 37% for the opt-ins on the done for you traffic. Let's see, do you know if we will touch on direct mail marketing? Good question. Bonnie, actually, I do have a presentation, so I'll put that in my queue to do a direct mail marketing webinar for you guys as well. So good question. In fact, I was looking at that today, and it was a toss-up whether I was going to do banner ads or direct mail here. Okay, so good. All right, if I buy the hitter, will Digital Altitude help with this product? If you buy the hitter package, we do everything for you. We grab your link out of the back office, and we set it all up, and we run the traffic for you. So there's nothing really you have to do but buy it. So yes, in essence, yes, they will. Just email me. Your last name is Chandler. I'm not really sure how to pronounce your first name, but it's about the hitter package. Just email me and I can get you more information on it if you want. Okay, how many $1 signups can you expect with the top earner traffic package? Well, Randy, again, those percentages that I gave, you know, 2% all the way up to 11%. If you take an average of 5%, you know, the top earner is based on what top earner is 75. No, top earner. Yeah, top earner. Oh gosh, you know, I forgot what the traffic package is for the top earner. Top earner is, let's see here, 10,000 clicks. So at a 30, let's say, let's just take an average 25% opt-in rate, and then a 5%, you know, conversion rate from there. You can just kind of do the math from there. So hopefully that, you know, email me, Randy, and I can give you more information. All right. Yeah, Sarah, I think Wednesdays would be a lot better for you, not staying up till the crack of dawn. All right. You recommend buying buyers versus clicks. That is purely up to you. I've had students that have bought through the agencies that sell $1 buyers and have done, you know, decent. And I've had others that have spent a lot of money and not gotten anywhere. But welcome to traffic, guys. Traffic is not guaranteed. Nowhere. I mean, I can run as much experience as I had in Facebook advertising. I can run ads that are extremely successful, and I can turn around and run the exact same ad the next week, and it's not successful at all. So it just, you know, there's too many parameters on traffic generation in general that it's very hard to guarantee. We can't guarantee traffic, and anybody who says they can, they can't. They're lying to you. The only thing they're going to do as a solo ad provider is going to sell you clicks. They guarantee you they're going to sell you X amount of clicks. Those buyer groups that are selling you $1 buyers, they guarantee you they're going to sell you a $1 buyer trial buyer. That does not guarantee that person's going to go up to 37 or above. Again, I have had some students in Digital Altitude since those agencies came around. I've had some that have been successful with it, and I've had others that have not, and that's just marketing. So it just depends on what your budget can afford and if that's the direction you want to go. All right, so Natalie, have a great night. Good going. All right, guys. All right, let's see here. So, all right, Sarah, I'm not sure of your question here. Well, the addresses, so I'm not sure what you're asking. Okay, great, guys. I'm glad you guys liked it. So I'm gonna. It looks like here. And you're going to upgrade to Ascend. Can you pick your traffic coach? Typically, they're assigned, but if you definitely wanted to go to someone in specific, Celindy, you can always email me once you've gone to Ascend, because I'm the one that, well, I'm not the one that assigns, but you can go and if you're assigned one and want someone different, just send me an email. We'll figure it out. Okay, if I learned. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, tequila, it is for Russ or Russell. That's what my R Armstrong is on my email. Again, remember, guys, the R Armstrong at digitalaltitude.co. And okay, yeah, and Sarah, yes, look her up on Facebook, Vanessa Dunford, or email me, Sarah, and I will get you her Facebook page, and you can connect with her. She's a fantastic gal. I mean, just young, just energetic, and just incredibly talented. So definitely connect with her, Sarah. How long till we can start advertising our products? That's purely up to I would finish with your business coach. Once they've done that and you activate your affiliate links, you're ready to promote. So, all right. So, all right, good. Thanks. All right, guys. Looks like we're finally clearing out of these questions here. All right, guys. So, thank you very much for attending. I greatly appreciate it. And look for us next Thursday on the next webinar. I'm not 100% sure what the topic will be. Depends on if I can get a guest speaker. I'm trying to get Vanessa. I don't know if I'll get her for next week or the week after for Bing ads, but we're looking forward to seeing you all here. So come and join us, and have a great night. And we will talk to you next week. So thank you guys very much. Again, email me, rarmstrong@digitalaltitude.co, and I will send you the recording. So I will talk to you later.